Welcome back to a farm west of Boring, where life is anything but boring. Today it's going to be pretty warm. I think it's going to be above 70 degrees and no rain. So we're looking at getting some more things done outside. Made a lot of progress on mowing and working in the garden. So things are coming together here on the farm. Today I wanted to look a little bit at this tractor that we have. It's I think a 1994-93 Kubota L2350. When we bought it, I think I paid about $15,000 for that thing. And it came with a backhoe, a front loader, and I think the rototiller, the box scraper, and the bush hog is I had left over from an earlier Kubota, which we had sold. So I'll take a look at this. This tractor has been through World War III. I have not done a huge amount of maintenance on it. Haven't had to do much work on it, but we keep it, change the oil every year, and lube it up with grease occasionally. Not as much as I should, but occasionally. And so here it is. Just the other day I went through and fixed this seat. This whole unit here had gotten bent way back, and so the seat was sitting way back here, and I had some 2x6s screwed together to try to hold it up. Of course, I've done some welding. I'm not a welding expert at all. I just weld as good as I can. It's just not very good. So I had done some welding to put this thing back together on the bottom of the seat. I really should just buy a new one. And then I welded a piece of, gosh, I think it's 3/8 inch steel. A piece of 3/8 inch steel I had. I welded onto the bottom of that and then put longer screws. So I welded this 3/8 inch piece of steel here onto there. There's my beautiful weld, and put a little bit longer screws in there to hold it down. But now that thing's in there nice and solid. The only trouble is that now it sits back a little bit more than what I'd like. I'd like it to be a little bit up. Because now I sort of sit back in it. It's like sort of a bucket seat, but I guess I'll get used to that. 3-point. I need to get a new shroud for this thing here. And then I did some video of when I fixed up this bush hog. I took that gearbox apart, drained all the old, well, actually there wasn't really much left in it, the old gear oil, but I cleaned it out as good as I could, used some gasoline to try and clean that thing out, and then put some new gear oil in it, and it seems to be holding the gear oil okay. Greased up the U-joints, sharpened the blades as well as I could without getting them out of balance, and so I've been using that, and it's been working pretty well. We have this coming off of the hydraulic here so that we can run the backhoe. That goes to the backhoe when we hook the backhoe up. Really should get in here and do a little bit of cleaning. It's a lot of dirt and junk. This shroud here, for some reason, is all bent up, but it still works. I think these are the original rear tires, but the front tires I had replaced. I think last year we replaced those front tires. They were getting rotted out. But there we go, L2350 Kubota. We bought it from a fellow who got it from a nursery or farm large farm down in California, and they sold these off. They sold off a couple of these without the front loader. He put, the fellow I got it from out in Newburgh area, he put this front loader on, and front loaders worked pretty good, except this whole hydraulic controller over here really needs to be rebuilt. There just takes a lot of fortitude to figure out exactly how to get that thing to run, and that's why I've got some things on there to sort of hold it in a position, in a decent position. So it works. It's not pretty though. And then just the other day, I worked on it most of the day, fixing the gas tank. The gas tank had a leak in it, or the diesel tank had a leak in it. So I had to take this all apart. Take this all apart, take this off, and get that gas tank out of there. Cleaned a lot of sediment and junk out of that gas tank, and then used JB Weld to fix the little hole that was in there. And now I'm going to only fill it up. I'm not going to fill the fuel tank up completely until I'm sure that that leak is fixed. So right now I'm filling it up about quarter full, and then running it down and then putting another quarter tank in so that I don't have any more leakage. Another thing I had to fix the other couple weeks ago was the battery had gone dead. Actually, it's about a month ago. And I had, in hooking up the charger, I had blown the fusible link. Now, I didn't know what a fusible link was, but there's a link that's down in there, and it's made of a wire that's a little bit smaller than the main wire for the tractor. So if something surges through there and blows that wire, everything goes dead. So I figured out where that fusible link was. I was able to get a new one at the local Kubota store, put that in, and that fixed that. The other thing I fixed was put a new ignition switch in, because the old one, the key had broken off, and we had to use basically a screwdriver to turn it on and off, because the key was broken in there and I couldn't get it out. So we just put a new switch in there. Front loader works really well. Problem is I hooked chains and stuff onto that top lip there, and it's bent it all out of shape, but doesn't affect the functionability of it. And I had lent the tractor out years ago to a friend, and he put a limb through that front part that goes right in there, where there were two lights and a little plastic part in there, and they put a limb through that and broke it. And so ultimately I've just taken that off. I don't use the headlights, so it has a custom look to it. So that's our 2350 Kubota. I would say that we've gotten our money's worth out of that thing, especially the backhoe. The number of ditches and trenches and holes and things that we've dug with that backhoe has just been phenomenal. And so the amount of money I've saved by not having to go out and rent a backhoe or have somebody else come in and dig those things is just, I couldn't even estimate how much money I've saved by having that backhoe. So that's our tractor. I pray that the thing will keep working. One of the next things I need to do is probably go through and change out all these hydraulic hoses. They still seem to be holding up. I've changed a few of them, but most of these up in here are going to have to be changed sooner than later. So there we go. The tractor that won't stop ticking. So if you enjoyed this video about my Kubota tractor, please click the like button, and also subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, and hit the notification bell, and that will notify you of any new videos that we put out. So thanks for watching today, and we'll catch you next time.